Anyway, I hope you're doing fabulously, and I just wanted to do a little reading for you to see what was this connection all about. Because I know that it's been on your mind a lot, and I just really want to help you get like some kind of closure from it and just make things hopefully more clear, if the cards allow us. So I'm just gonna go with the flow, and okay, my first question is, what was this relationship to you? Like, what did it mean for you? What was it for you? Need I say more? So you know, to you, obviously, this was the relationship that you've been waiting for years, and you were like really hoping that this is it, and you were just kind of like, yes, finally, it's here, it's happened, I've been like waiting for this, I've been praying, I finally got what I wanted. That's freaking amazing. So this is what it was for you. Let's see what this relationship was for him. Very interesting. It says, love begins, but it's in reverse, which I don't usually read reversals, but I feel like this is very fitting. So it's kind of like, for him, this was like a really big deal. This is, I mean, you can totally see this, right? He was also kind of like praying for it and waiting for it to happen. And, you know, water usually represents our emotions and feelings. And he was like ready to pour his feelings out. He was ready to embrace this relationship, to go for it. But the fact that it was in reverse tells me that nothing was as smooth as this card suggests. You know what I mean? Like, in theory, yes, and he thought he was ready, and he was like really hoping to make this work. Like, this was a big deal to him. He thought that this would be literally the final relationship. Like, do you see this like rainbow at the end? I don't know, it's just like the feeling that I get from this card is that, like, to him this was it. Like, he was really thinking about this relationship as like a marriage material. But again, it was in reverse. So, as we both know, there was like a really big problem with this relationship. So, I think that's why it's in reverse. So let's see, the next question I want to ask is, what was this relationship about? So I guess I'm trying to think of a way to make it into a more clear question. But like maybe even what was this relationship for? Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go with what was this relationship about on a much grander scale, like on the universal scale. What was this relationship about for both of you? Yeah, so both of you really wanted to finally move on from all of the past hurts, from all the crap that's been like happening in your life up until that point, up until the point that you met and you were together. And both of you just really wanted to move on and be happy together. You just wanted to be together. You just wanted to move forward together. But the interesting thing is that, you know, tarot is a lot about symbology. It's as much about symbology as it is about the actual like meaning of the cards. And the fact that I only see one person here in this boat, to me that kind of suggests that it's almost like the two of you wanted to move forward together, but in the end only one of you did. You know, and only one of you is moving forward. Maybe not even now, maybe that's in the future. But it's basically, you know, this relationship was kind of, you both looked at it as a chance to move forward finally after everything that you've been through. Let's see. Let me think about another question for you. I mean, okay, I guess we might as well ask, how come this relationship did not work out? Okay, let's just see that. How come this relationship did not work out? And by the way, if you want me to ask more questions, definitely let me know. And I can totally do like another reading for you with the questions that you actually want me to ask. But I'm just going off of like what I think you would want to know. So I really hope that resonates with you. So yeah, so again, the question is, how come this relationship did not work out? Unfortunately. That's in reverse again. Suffering in silence. Oh my god. Well, I think we both know what that means, but that clearly, to me, this card says is that one of you, and I think we both know who, was suffering in silence for years and years and years, and they were just not ready to like really confront this part of themselves and to really move on from it. And so there he was, just thinking that, like, you know what, if I just don't talk about it, if I just don't think about it, if I pretend like nothing is really wrong, then maybe it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. Because there he is, he's suffering, but he's looking at the sun, thinking like, the sun is gonna rise again, everything is gonna be fine. It's just basically just really lying to yourself, and that's what he has been doing. But you know what's crazy? Like, let's say he would pretend like everything's fine, like he would keep pretending like everything's fine, and then the two of you would keep going, then eventually you would be the one suffering in silence. I feel like this is really your card at the end of the day, which is kind of, I know it's weird to say this considering the whole situation, but you can't really be happy with someone who has not fully confronted themselves and has been honest with themselves, first and foremost. That would just create suffering for both of you. So now let's do something positive. Jeez, because so far it's been kind of tough to hear. But let's see, what do you have to look forward to? It says firm foundation. But you see how it was reversed? Again? Interesting. Okay, so to me, this means, this is actually not a bad card at all. This is pretty positive because you are going to have this firm foundation that you're looking for in a relationship. But before that can happen, you have to have this foundation within yourself. Like, I even see this triangle as kind of representing the first chakra, and it is about foundation. It's about you knowing who you are, standing strong, not willing to sacrifice any part of yourself for anyone else, and just being like really, really in tune with who you are and what you want. And the thing is that it's not, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be an easy path, because you see this mountain up ahead, and it's kind of like, crap, like, there's still some things that you need to overcome and go through in order for you to firmly stand on your own 2 feet. I'm not even talking about like financially or whatever. This is more about psychology. This is more about really tuning into who you are and what you want and what does your heart desire, and like not being idealistic about it, but trying to be as like real about it as possible, as objective about it as possible, which is really hard because of course we're all going to be subjective about things that we want, you know what I mean? But the good thing is, the good news is that you are getting there, and you will have that relationship that you're looking for with this firm foundation once you actually work more on yourself to actually become the person that you want to be, become the person that you know you can be. And I mean, to me, of course, you're perfect. So I'm just like, nope, you don't have to work on anything. But according to this card, the guides or whoever you think is talking to right now, they're saying that there's still some work to be done in your heart and mind for you to move on and for you to become your true self. So I hope that makes sense. And I hope this wasn't like overly negative. I hope this was hopeful to you. And again, if you have more questions for me to ask, I would love to do it. Just let me know what you're thinking, and I'm totally going to do it for you. And I love you so much, and I know everything is going to work out in the best possible way. You just really have to believe, and you have to keep going, and you have to trust in yourself, and you have to trust the spirit, that the universe is always looking out for you, and you know that it does. Okay, I think that about wraps it up. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to keep going with I love you and goodbye for like 5 more hours. Anyway, I do really love you and always wish you all the best, and can't wait to actually catch up with you soon. Bye!